hid his offshore company in France until he got caught, and then he reported it. He hid from Canadians his millions of dollars in Morneau Shepell shares in a numbered company in Alberta, despite wrongly telling others it was in a blind trust, until he got caught, and now he's selling them. Why does he expect us to blindly trust that he is not hiding other conflicts of interest in his 8 additional numbered companies that he has across the country?
The Honourable Minister of Finance.
Mr. Speaker, we have a process in this country to ensure that ministers don't have conflicts of interest. I worked with the Ethics Commissioner to make sure that I disclosed all my assets. I worked with her to ensure that I took an approach that freed me from conflicts. But I called her this morning and I informed her that I was going to take 2 additional steps beyond her recommendations. First, I was going to put my assets in a blind trust. And second, I was going to work with her to ensure that neither myself nor my family have any shareholdings in Morneau Shepell, the company that I used to be with. Finally, I'm going to continue with the conflict of interest screen to make sure that I have no conflict of interest and that Canadians have confidence.
Order. Order. The Honourable Member for Carleton.
For the last several months, this finance minister has said that our farmers, plumbers, and other small business owners are a privileged few using fancy accounting schemes to avoid paying their fair share. We now learn that this finance minister used a loophole, putting millions of dollars of shares he was otherwise banned from owning into a numbered company in Alberta in order to continue to earn millions of dollars. Now that this hypocrisy is exposed, doesn't he think it's time to apologize to those business owners he slandered?
The Honourable Minister of Finance.
Mr. Speaker, two separate issues there. So let's start with what we've actually been working with on behalf of Canadians. We're working towards...
Order. I'm going to ask the members. I'm asking the Honourable Member for St. Albert, Edmonton, and others to try to restrain themselves and to wait until it's their turn, if it comes today, to speak, and not speak when they haven't got the floor, as they know the rules don't permit interruptions. The Honourable Minister of Finance has the floor.
Mr. Speaker, 2 issues from that question. First, we've been working with Canadians to make sure that we have a tax system that doesn't create advantages only for the very wealthy. We've also ensured that we have tax rates that are low so small businesses can invest across the country. And with respect to my own finances, what I am going to continue to do is to work with the Ethics Commissioner to make sure that I not only meet all of her recommendations, but even go further to ensure that Canadians have confidence in the long-term future of this country and confidence in the role of the Minister of Finance.
Member for Carleton.
The minister has vast powers at his hands that he would be able to use to advantage the company in which he had tens of millions of dollars of secret holdings. He committed to the Ethics Commissioner in writing that he would recuse himself from any matters that might advantage Morneau Shepell. Can the minister tell us how many times he recused himself from matters relating to Morneau Shepell since he took office?
Great question. The Honourable Minister of Finance.
Mr. Speaker, I'd like to start by setting the record straight. I disclosed all of my assets to the Ethics Commissioner to meet up to the high standards of integrity that this government wants to continue to uphold. I will continue to do so. What I can say is that we will, on an ongoing basis, continue to work on behalf of Canadians. We know that what's important is that we meet up to their standards. I will ensure that, to the extent that there's any approach that the Ethics Commissioner advises me to take, I take. And as I said, I'm going that one step further than any person has before me to divest of my assets in Morneau Shepell.